Okay, here we go. Go on, girl. Probably gonna go up into a tree. Oh boy, going close to the nest there. Take a tree right there. Perfect. How could it be more perfect? How could it be more perfect? We're standing on the golf course right now where the eaglet was found. Of course, we released it on the same location today. Where exactly was it found, and what happened? How did you find it? How did you come about it?
We knew the bird was missing because we couldn't find it on the camera, and just by looking at the tree, we could only find one in the tree, and we looked for it most of the day. And about 12 o'clock in the afternoon, over on 10 fairway, it was out in the middle of the fairway, and one of my guys went up to it, and it waddled its way over to these woods over here, and at that point I called the Rangers and said we need to do something, get this bird helped, and they came and we got it to a central location in all the blackberries, and Don Campbell, the park manager, he was able to grab it at some point. We put him in a cardboard box and they took him straight up to UT.
Yeah, and you were part of the rescue team, and you transported them to UT with
We
Don?
did. Actually, it was my day off, and Don called and asked if I went to UT Knoxville. Told him I did, and he asked me to come in, and we rushed it up to UT and got it right in.
And what kind of injury did they tell you it had, or disability?
It sustained some cuts to the wing, and some maggots had developed on it. And the doctor told us it was a good thing we got it up there in time.
Right. Do you know how many days it had been out of the nest?
Just the one that we know of. It was in the nest the day before, and that morning nobody had seen it. From us looking at the webcam and also the moderators that are on the Ustream site, nobody had seen HB5 that morning.
Is it unusual to see an eagle on the fairway?
It puts it in perspective of how large of a bird they are, because I mean, they look large in the trees and when they're flying, but when you see it on the ground and it stands 3.5 foot tall, that's a big bird.
That was a pun, an eagle on the fairway.
Oh, then yes, it is very rare for me to see an eagle on the fairway. Yeah, and we appreciate y'all taking care of him.
Yeah,
Very much so.
It was great. It was a beautiful bird. Like I said, very different in color. I mean, it was very dark black head, jet black tail, which is a little bit unusual for that age bird, because I think we got it when it was about 14. Today it was probably between 15 and 16 weeks of age. So we got it out into the wild at the right time. Actually, this is a good age for them to be forced to learn how to hunt. And if they miss that window, it can be more of a disability if it had taken weeks to rehab it. So this is Hannah Carter, and she's the one that actually named the parent eagles that the people watch on this Eagle Cam, the parents of the baby that we rescued and released today. So you want to tell us how you named, why you came up with those names?
I had a movie that I liked when I was little, and the main characters were named Elliot and Eloise. So.
Okay, Elliot
and Eloise.
Eloise.
Elliot and Eloise.
Yeah. So it's been fun watching them, huh? And to be a part of naming them, so all these people around the world get to hear that name all the time. You're kind of a celebrity in a little ways, right? Because you named the birds, right?
Yes.
There you are.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Very feisty bird you are. And she's got good abilities to escape, too. Yeah. Okay, this is HB5, who blew from the nest, I guess about 100 yards from here. And we're going to put him back into the wild today. His parents are standing by and his sibling is standing by. We've seen him this morning perched on the nest and surrounding trees. And he didn't really have any broken bones when he fell from the nest, but he had some maggots, and it looked like he had kind of hurt his wing a little bit, but he's been flying real well in a flight cage for the past 5 days. So we're pretty confident. And whenever we've tried to catch him up, he's played every trick in the book to get away from us. He's definitely not a bird that's going to sit around and wait for a human to pick him up. He's got a lot of fight in him. And I say he, it could be a female, but I guess now that we have a band on it, if it ever comes back to the area, we'll know maybe in about 4 or 5 years. So now also, many of you know that we most recently had a great senator that passed away, Howard Baker, Republican senator from Tennessee. And he was once the minority leader of the Senate, then he became the House Majority Leader, and then he became the White House Chief of Staff under President Reagan, and then he was our ambassador to Japan. And he was a big fan of eagles, a big fan of wildlife. In fact, his hobby was wildlife photography, and he loved eagles. And so I thought it might be fitting if we maybe name this eagle in honor of Senator Howard Baker, since he passed 3 days ago. And he did a lot of great things for our country. And he was known as the Great Conciliator, the Great Conciliator, because he knew how to compromise between Republicans and Democrats and get things done in the Senate, which is kind of rare today. I mean, we see too many people just at diverse ends of the spectrum fighting each other, but Senator Howard Baker was the guy that was willing to get in the middle and make compromise between Democrats, Republicans, and Independents. And he's well known and respected for that by all the people who he served with. So anyways, we're going to release this guy. We'll call him the Great Conciliator, okay? And it kind of fits because he's HB5 and Howard Baker is HB2, so it's kind of a good one. All right, well, here we go. Aaron, you ready? Yeah. Okay, here we go. Go on, girl. Probably going to go up into a tree. Oh, boy, going close to the nest there. Take a tree right there. Perfect. How could it be more perfect? How could it be more perfect?